Welcome you guys, my name is Bospana. So today we want to talk about types of bonding. Okay, so bonding is the combination of two atoms to form a stable compound. So the reason why we do chemical bonding is to form stable compounds. Okay, so because we have the elements in the periodic table, they are not stable. So to make them stable, we have to do a chemical bonding. So we have a number of types of chemical bonding. So today we want to discuss about ionic bonding. So ionic bonding involves the formation of a compound by combining a metal and a non-metal. Okay, so metals are located in the left side of the periodic table. Then in the middle section there are metalloids. Okay, then in the far end right side we have what we call non-metals. Okay, so we react metals and non-metals to form what we call ionic compound. Okay, so what do we do? Metals, they act as electron donors. Okay, so this one, they donate electrons. They act as electron donors. And again, non-metals, they act as electron acceptors. So by donating and accepting electrons, we form what we call ionic compound. Okay, so this is what we call ionic bonding. Okay, for example, we have a metal from group 1. Sodium is an element from group 1. Its electronic configuration is 2311. This is sodium, a group 1 element. And again we have chlorine 3517. This is an element from group 7. Okay, so if we want to make these things stable, we have to combine this one and this one, so it becomes stable. As you know that it is difficult to store this one. Sodium is a very reactive element. It is very difficult to store. That's why it is stored under oil. Why? Because it's reactive. It needs to attain the noble gas state because it has a 1 electron in its outermost shell, but it needs to attain the noble gas configuration such the likes of neon, argon, the elements from group 8, they are all stable because their outermost shell is a maximum of 8 electrons. That's why they are said to be unreactive, or yes, they are said to be they are non-reactive. They are inert elements. Why? Because their outermost shell has a maximum of 8 electrons. It means they do not react. They don't need electrons. They do not want to lose electrons because they are stable. Okay, so for these things to be stable, this sodium from group 1 needs to lose electrons, and this one needs to accept the electrons so that they become stable. Okay, and we form an ionic compound. Okay, let's show what am I talking about. So we do the electronic configuration of this one, of sodium. So the electronic configuration of sodium, this is a proton number. So if this one is neutral, so its proton is equal to what? To electron. So the number of proton and number of electrons are just equal. So here it means we have 11 electrons. So let's do the electronic configuration. So it's sodium here. The inner shell, or the maximum of 2. So it's 1, 2, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is sodium with 11 electrons. Then let's do electronic configuration of chlorine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so as we see here, this sodium has a maximum of 1 electron in its outermost shell, and again this chlorine has a maximum of 7 electrons. So for us, it is easy to remove this one electron and put it here so that this one becomes stable, and this one becomes stable because you look here, the innermost shell, this one is a maximum of 8 electrons. So it's easy, and it requires less energy for us to remove this one electron so that this becomes stable and this one becomes stable. Okay, so if we react this one, this electron shifts and it becomes here. So it becomes, this sodium becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because sodium lose 1 electron, so it becomes sodium plus, because it lose 1 electron. So again, this chlorine becomes Cl here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This one becomes Cl minus. So this square bracket, it means that this positive side spread in all of this area, and this one again. So these opposite charges, as you know that opposite charges attract each other, and same charges repel. So this promotes a strong attractive force between these two elements, and this compound is called an ionic compound. So this is what we call, this is called ionic. This is ionic bonding. So ionic bonding involves the donation of electron from a metal element to a non-metal. Okay, so our compound becomes this one. So the chemical formula becomes sodium chloride, because we have 1 sodium atom, 1 chlorine atom. It becomes sodium chloride. I thank you. Let's meet in the next video for covalent bonding.